Hello Class 2. Today we're going to have a look at using a multiplication grid to answer division questions. So if you've not got one, you should all have one in your reading diaries. I think we put them in the front or the back cover. Can't quite remember which cover, but they should be in there. If you've lost yours or you were one of the ones who've left it at school, I've got a little stash in a tray, then they are on the school website on the left hand side. There's a little bar on the left hand side. It's got sort of physical activities, links and things, and there's also a link to a multiplication grid. So you can get one there as well, or they're easily available on the internet. Or you might just be a whiz at your times tables and know all of them. So what we're going to do is you'll want one of those, and then I'm just going to turn this and show you the board so I can show you. We're basically going to do the same sorts of things as yesterday, but without the array today. So just using a multiplication fact from our grid. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the camera. Let's have a look. So if I've got the calculation, let's say 4 times 6 equals 24. Then I also know 3 more calculations without having to do anything. 3 more calculations using these 3 numbers in that fact family. So I will know 1 more multiplication for 2 multiplication sentences, a division sentence, and another division sentence. So with multiplication, largest numbers always last. So that will still be 24. And then these ones I can just switch around. So 4 times 6 is 24. I also know that 6 times 4 is 24. 4 lots of 6 is 24, and 6 lots of 4 is 24. Now with division, the largest number always goes first because, well, you can't split 6 up 24 times. We don't know how to do that. So 24, the largest number, always goes first in division. Last in multiplication, first in division. And then we just switch the other 2 numbers around. So 4 and 6. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4. 24 split into 4 groups is 6 in each group. 24 split into 6 groups is 4 in each group. Or in a grouping way of doing it, 24 split into groups of 4 is 6 groups of 4. 24 split into groups of 6 is 4 groups of 6. So these are the 4 sentences we can make from one fact. If you're finding that tricky, I didn't bring a ruler with me, so you're just going to have to pretend I've used a ruler there. I would have, so 4 times 6, it might be you don't have the answer, so to work out 4 times 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, that's still 1, that one we've already made, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we fill it in, so we fill it in to make a grid, lining them all up. And you can do this with Lego blocks or anything else you've got at home, or draw it with dots. So I've now got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. If you don't know your 4s, you could count in 2s as well. So 24 is what we've got. 4 times 6 is 24. So this is 4 times 6. 4 lots of 6 is 24. 6 times 4. 6 lots of 4 is 24. And division, 24 split into 4 groups is 6 in each group. 24 split into 6 groups is 4 in each group. So that's how the array works. So if you find that really, really tricky, you can still draw an array to help you. Just like yesterday. So we've also got now, sorry about the shaking of the camera there, the table's a bit wobbly. If I've got a question that says, let's do 5 times 9 equals something, and you don't know that something. And you go, okay, so with a multiplication grid, 9 times table, where is it? 5 times 9 is 45. Great. It might be that you didn't look in the 9 times table. It might be that you looked in the 5 times table. And you've gone down it and you've gone, there isn't a 5 times 9. It's not there. But because of what we've just done and related facts, you know that 9 times 5 has the same answer as 5 times 9. So even if you looked in the 5 times table, you know that the answer will be 45. So you can still do it. With division, it might be you have a division sentence. 45 divided by 9, I'll draw those sideways, equals something. And so you look at your multiplication grid and you can look at the 9 times table because you know division and multiplication are linked. So 9 times table you've got, and we're going to look for the answer 45. So this one's got the answer of 45. So we've got 45, we've got 9, 5 is the other number in that fact family. So 45 divided by 9 is 5. So you can use your multiplication grid to help answer division questions. And it's worth having a go at that because for multiplication next week, your times tables grids, I'm going to start putting in some division questions. So it's worth having a bit of a practice with a grid to make sure you can work out the division sentences linked with multiplication. So have a go, and as always, give me an email if you're stuck.